Hello and welcome back in this lesson. We will explore how to handle CSV file and JSON file in Perl. These formats are widely used for storing and exchanging data. We will cover reading and writing CSV files, working with JSON data, and using Perl module to simplify these tasks. So let's dive in. Here in part 1, we will work with CSV file, and to start with that, let's say if we wanted to read the CSV file, first we have to install CSV module. And for that you have to just copy this, go to your CMD and just type CPAN install text colon CSV. Click enter. It will start installing that. So once you install that module, you can just start using this CSV module using use text CSV, which is the same, and then we can start that. So before that reading the file, I'll just wanted to explain about writing the data so that we can get the CSV file and we'll use the same. And to write that, let me just copy code from here. Let's go and we can just create another file. So I'll say write csv.pl, and here I have just pasted it. You can see that we have to just first open the file, and after that once you create CSV object, you have to open particular file output.csv, and then we can just start printing the header, and then after printing new line we have to print the data, and then we can close the file. So let's run it. I'll say Perl and then write csv.perl. Here it's saying can't locate text.pm. You need to install module, inc check, this, compilation error. Alright, so we just need to use cmd command prompt instead of bash, and that's why it's not working. So we can see that file is written here and we have output.csv file. In this output.csv, we have data available in CSV format. This is how you can simply write data. And now if you want to read that, we can just again create another file, and then we can say read csv.pl, and in this read csv.pl, I'll just copy code from here as I have already written. So in this one, we can see that we are just using the same script, and we can say import or use text CSV, open, or we can say create CSV parser, then open file which is output. So I'll say output.csv, and then reading get lines, and line by line we are just printing the data. So in CSV file we can see we have name, age, city. We are also printing name, age and city. So let's run it. I'll say Perl and then read csv.pl, and then you can see we are able to read header, then data. So it's quite simple. If you are using this module CSV text CSV module, it's easy to read data from the CSV file. Now we also need to see how we can read data from JSON, and for that we can go to the next step, which is part 2, working with JSON. And to work with JSON, first you have to install CPAN install JSON, and you can do the same thing here in CMD. First write this, click enter. It will take few seconds, and after that it will be installed. Now we can create similarly. First we will write data, so I'll say write json.pl, and then we will say read JSON, and for that I'll show you first write. So here we can just copy this script, and we'll move to our code. So we can see that use JSON strict and warnings are fine if you wanted to use, else this is fine. Now our data available in the form of JSON that you can see here. JSON is JavaScript object notation. Now we are encoding it, which is converting the Perl hash to JSON text, and then we are writing to output.json and then closing it. So let's run it. I'll say Perl write json.pl. Now you can see JSON file has written successfully. We can open this output.json, and this is how our data looks like. Now if we want to read this, we can create a file which is called read, and I'll say hyphen json.pl, and here we will put our reading file code logic to get the data. So we have to use JSON, and then I'll print one by one to all. So let's write it here. We can remove a strict to make it a small code. So we have data. So instead of data, I'll say output.json. We are using less than symbol just to read data and opening the file. Now after that, we are reading entire file that we have already seen in previous session, and then we need to close the file that we are opening. After that, we have now data available in this text. We are converting it into Perl structure and printing it here. So let's run Perl, and then we can say read json.pl, enter. So now we can see we have data available here, and we can read one by one all the fields available using that. So by now you will be able to read and write CSV and JSON files in Perl. We can use text CSV colon CSV for CSV handling, and just JSON module for working with JSON data. In next session, we will see few more things, processing the large file efficiently, and we'll see how we can do that. See you in the next video.